Everybody, it is June 1915, and the Western Front is erupted into fire. And over here, the Germans have begun an offensive. And over here, they got a defender demoralized. And the French decided, well, we'll just lose a unit and hold the line. Right here, we got a defender demoralized. And they decide to hold the line and lose a unit. So things are sort of going on. It's like they're coming out of the trenches and decide it's time to start kicking some butt over here, I guess. They did an assault right here. The Germans and the Austrians did, and attacked the demoralized unit right there, and got a defender exchanged, and had to lose some strength. So some Austrians and some Italians bit the dust right there, along with a French unit there. Here, these three units right through here attacked and got a defender demoralized, and so the French just lost a unit right there. So that's pretty much what happened on the Western Front. Nobody gained any ground, but nobody lost any ground, but lots of people died. So grinding it out in the trenches, that's basically what's happening over here. And the over here, everybody moved up. We had the Turks and the Bulgarians and the Austrians, for some reason, are all working together. That's a strange bird in itself. So they had an attack right here. Right here, they did a multiple attack right there and got a both demoralized. So we lost one Austrian unit, and the Russians decided just to pull back. There was an attack here, and oh, that was right here. This was the attack. Bulgarians did their attack right there on this units underneath there, and they got the Russians got it demoralized. Its unit was demoralized to begin with, so they attacked here and got a both demoralized. So the Russians had to retreat, and then they lost a unit out of the stack. I think it was this one right here. So we have some dead Bulgarians someplace out there where they're at, but. And this is where things got really interesting. You see the line has been busted up. Here we had an attack that went off. And I guess I didn't put the... probably in the stack right there. But Germans attacked across here and got a both demoralized. So the Germans lost a unit here. And the Russians fell back here, so that's supposed to be a demoralized unit. I think somehow when I restacked them, it might be underneath there, but I need to make sure of that one. And then they did a attack right here, got a defender that eliminated. There was a stack of 2, 4, 3 units, and they got eliminated, just squashed like a bug. And then there was a unit sitting right here that had the attacker exchange what was left. They did an attack on it, had like a 7-to-1 odds, and took it out, just obliterated it. Defender eliminated. So they moved across, and so basically the front is slowly collapsing down under the weight of everything. So, but they're pulling guys out and taking them with them. So we'll see what the Allies can pull out of this mess. All right, be back. All right, here we are at the bottom of the June 1915 turn for the Allies. And basically, they pulled their reserve forces that they had up here and reinforced the line up here, which was kind of depleted. So they strengthened themselves up, and then hopefully in the reinforcement phase, we can reoccupy up here and throw some more troops up in the front line against the Germans. Over here, things, they did an attack here. The Austrians were demoralized and fell back. So they moved up and took their spot. They had a attack go off right here. They had these three at a 2-to-1 odds, and I rolled a 1, which is an attacker attrition, which sucks because the attacker has to lose 15 strength, which was what's here was the 15 strength, and all these units got depleted down to nothing. So I basically did that because I don't want them to be able to just smash their way through, or leaving holes there so they can surround stuff. So that's one of the reasons why I did that. So we'll find out if these guys are going to be in trouble or not. So over here, I did a fallback over here. We're trying to regroup these guys, but it's not looking good. They just don't have the strength to attack, because typically the best they can do is a 1-to-1 attack. And if I got some defender demoralized, and the next thing you know, the entire Russian army is demoralized. So I'm not sure what they can do there. And here they consolidated their force again, trying to escape the lines, because right now the German line's almost to the extent that max it can go. So if they can hold out a little bit and get some reinforcements in there, they can maybe hold them off until winter, and that will really slow them down, and they can build some strength back up. But at the moment, there's not much the Russians can do other than just slowly get ground down to nothing. So, okay, let's do the weather. Okay, we're sitting at coming up in August, so yeah, we don't have to worry about weather because you look at the chart here. June through August, the weather is clear on all the fronts, so we don't have to worry about mud or anything, which, you know, we had clear weather already, so it's just continuing that way. We don't have to, well, I guess there is some reinforcements. The Italians are getting some reinforcements in Rome, so I got to take those guys out, throw them out there. And let's see, then we got to build up some forces, so during the replacement phase of everything. So that is the bottom of the 11th. We're going into overtime. I miss baseball. All right, we'll be back in July.